Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Tambakau, and if you're here, you're probably waiting for the behind the scenes episode 4 reaction. That's gonna be coming really soon. But before that comes out, I thought I would actually react to something that you guys have been recommending, and also Alffy Rev has been mentioning in his behind the scenes, which is the beauty of Bali. Apparently that video is the one that inspired Wonderland Indonesia, and despite hearing and reading your comments that I should check out Beauty of Bali, I thought I would give it a crack and watch it for the first time while reacting to it, since you guys do enjoy watching these reactions, and I do hope that you do enjoy this one just as well. I know I've said it before, but I just want to reiterate, I actually have been to Bali a number of times in my life. I love the place, I love the people, I love the culture, I love how it's just so unique in terms of like there's this fusion of Western and Asian in this space, right? Like because of the tourism culture that's happened in Bali, but also a lot of the traditional aspects of Bali has been retained despite the tourism having grown to what it is. I also remember learning that like if you're from Bali, your names are given to you based on which number child you are. Like the first born boy is Putu or Gede, or there's Wayan as well, I think. I don't remember exactly. I mean, if you guys are from Bali, if any of you are from Bali, please let me know. I'd love to learn a little bit more about the culture there. But let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna watch the Beauty of Bali today. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, I also have Instagram, so if you do want to follow me there, check that out. Let me know your suggestions of what other things to react to. There's a few that I've already received that's been quite exciting, so I'm gonna put that into a list of other Indonesian music videos and maybe even vlogs that I might react to. We'll see how we go. Hope you enjoy this. Let's get it on. The Beauty of Bali. And I think that's the sort of like the Hindi text, because there's lots of Hindu culture in Bali. Oh, they're using the same dancers and actors from the... Well, they reused it in Wonderland Indonesia. I love it. Oh. Okay, that sounds very, very similar to the Wonderland Indonesia, but I'm sure it's lyrically different. It lyrically sounds different, even though I don't understand the language. I remember it doesn't sound the same as what Novia was singing. It must be the tradition, the Balinese language, right? It's so unique, and it's so. I'm getting like shivers now, like just listening to it. Let's keep going. Oh, the little crab. The sound is so ambient. Oh, I love it. It's already feeling so modern because of Alffy's like input into it, but the traditional aspect of her voice, the way the music just goes through it. Oh, it's so nice. Like I'm still getting shivers through this, and it reminds me. I probably should have watched this before I watched Wonderland Indonesia, because the inspirations come from this, but it reminds me of Wonderland Indonesia, that little section of learning and visualizing Bali. I can see where all the inspiration comes from. Ooh, and then you get the gongs. I love those gongs. Every time I'm in Bali, I can hear those gongs. And the flute. You know what's so interesting? Like the flute, every time I'm in Bali, every time I've experienced Bali, you hear the flute just sort of by itself. Like if you go to any sort of warung, any restaurant, like that's the sort of music that they will play while you're having dinner and stuff, but it's always just by itself with a bit of the gong. But to hear it together with the EDM music, oh, I love it so much.
Karena corona ini ampun.
So there's a tribute to Bali's experience in the pandemic.
Mudah-mudahan dipromosikan lagi sama pemerintah untuk pariwisata Turki. Nah, kan jadi kimandan di seluruh Indonesia.
Putri cening ayu, ngijang cening juma, meme luas malu, kepekan membelanja, apang ada darah nasi, meme titiang iring, nongos ngijang juma, sambil ngepundo.
Such a beautiful visual. You can hear some of the words, but it's like a mix of Bahasa Indonesia and Bahasa Bali. This one is Bahasa Indonesia. Oh, I don't know what is it that Alffy does, but he's managed to again infuse this pride in his music, the national pride that a lot of you guys can definitely feel through the song. Like, I'm falling in love with Bali, but I don't know, there's a little bit of me that has been to Bali that feels so much pride just watching this video because of what Alffy Rev and the production team have managed to convey so well. Ugh, so good. And then these visuals. Ooh. This part sounds like the start of Wonderland Indonesia. Wonderland again. Wonderland Indonesia. Wonderland Indonesia. Here's the drop. The fuse. Okay. The dubstep of that genre, that it just makes the mystical feel more mystical than it already is, right? We've seen that in Wonderland Indonesia, but I can see now, like, the inspiration. Like, he trialed it here in this video and he brought it to an even bigger life in Indoland. I keep saying Indoland. Wonderland Indonesia. Like, a lot of the cultural aspects, a lot of the visuals were inspired from this. I can so see it now. Oh man. Ugh. That's it. And you hear that, hey, makes me feel like I'm that much more inspired. Oh, here we go. That's the end. Has a similar arc. It has a very, very similar arc to Wonderland Indonesia, where you come in and you just feel the traditional instruments play and you get drawn into it. There obviously wasn't the narration. Like, I think in Wonderland Indonesia, they had that voice that brings you straight into it.
Indonesia, is the most beautiful land.
That tells you a story. In this one, you sort of have to sort of understand, okay, we're gonna go through Bali, but let the music sort of take you through that. If anything, I love the fact that I understand why Wonderland Indonesia became what it is and how they trialed and tested and figured out like the correct formula for it to be so much of an impact. But I have to say, this might be a bit contentious. Like, the visuals that they recaptured in Wonderland Indonesia showed more of the landscape, whereas I think in this one they did show the landscape, but it didn't really give you that sort of like that wow factor that it did in Wonderland Indonesia. And I think they learned from this video, then applied that next level that they needed to take that video to the world stage. And again, production crew, everyone worked together, and I think that's sort of what came across, why it made Wonderland Indonesia such a production where you could feel that everyone was connected, because these people have worked together before, and through working together you get to build a rapport, you get to build the trust, you get to build the respect. I know I talked a lot about Wonderland Indonesia, but that's why I'm watching this video, because I want to compare the two. I want to sort of figure out where Alffy Rev has come from to get to where he is, and I'm looking forward to the behind the scenes episode 4, and I'm going to react to that once that comes out. So thank you so much for sharing this with me, guys. Like, I appreciate hearing your feedback and getting to know a bit more about Alffy Rev through your comments, right? Like, I get to watch obviously a lot of that on my own on YouTube, but I think discovering it with you guys has been an incredible experience in itself, and I'm glad a lot of you are enjoying these reactions, because I do want to continue making them and continue figuring out how I can incorporate what I know and what you know and sort of growing together. So thank you so much for the support, and if you're just as excited about it as I am, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, tune in when that's out, hit the like button too, and until next time, see yas.